shit just walked in. Everybody pull your money out. Guns out when the sun's out. Boy, you know they did the summer right. Drumstick got the dumb stick, smoking drumsticks. What the fuck is that? Blunts, bitch, but they dumb thick, so they drumsticks get it fucking right. We the gang, we the gang. Watch them niggas out the peephole. Pop out with them Glocks out. We done hopped out with a B-roll. Beginning of the summer, but I'm thinking about a meat coat. I be all in the mouth, her number is saved under deep throat. Diamond dead like Chris Breeze, shit get greasy in the trenches. Everybody work out, we don't bench press, we just on the benches. If you ain't with the shit, you should mind your business, happen with the quickness. Is he pimping or you tricky? Is he catching or you pitching?
All right, what up, Joe? What up, Joe? Welcome to the Poe Report. Welcome to the Poe Report. And right now we have in the building, when I say this is an Atlanta legend, when I say, man, this man's been doing his thing in Atlanta from hip-hop to reality TV, man, I done seen this man on the radios, man. This man is the hustler of all hustlers. You know, when I say an Atlanta legend, when I mean an Atlanta legend, he's in the communities. He's talking to the people, man. He's going to these stores in Atlanta and he's cashing out. You know what I mean? Shout out to Get You Some Rich Friends. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to give a shout out and some love to my homeboy, JOC. What up, though, man? How you doing, dog? You know what I'm saying? Welcome. So let me know, man. So who is Young JOC, man?
Shit, I like everybody's favorite cousin, man.
Yeah.
I'm serious, cause like I read people.
Yeah.
I'm a people person, you know what I'm saying? So when I walk in the room, I just want my energy felt, you know what I'm saying? I don't try to overdo it. And I think that came from, you know, me being shy.
Mm-hmm.
Shy? No way.
Being shy, I would have anxiety attacks as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the anxiety would make me act out. And I see it in my kids. I was like, hey, I know what it is, so I can identify. And so I used to sell air fresheners at the car wash with my dad.
Right.
So it's like, if you was right there, I could sell you all day. Because you'd be like, oh, man, little homie out here selling. How many you got? Man, you got a box full, man.
Right.
Man, give me two of them. You gonna give me a deal? Yeah, I'll give you a deal. You get two.
Yeah.
Then I go to the pretty woman, and it's like, I lock up. I was so shy.
Yeah.
So my dad would come through and be like, what's wrong? She'd be like, oh, he's shy.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'd be like, nah, he got a thing for a woman with pretty feet. And
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the feet like, I ain't saying shit about no feet.
Right.
You know, I'm looking at him like, what is he telling me? But they laugh. They say, oh, that's so sweet, bless his heart. What's he selling? So as a kid, I'm picking up that
right.
charm and flattery opens doors. And so that's who I am. So, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I would find myself having social anxiety,
okay,
JOC is the person who would break the ice with a laugh. You know what I'm saying? I break the ice with just relating to people off rip. So
yeah.
that's who JOC is.
Okay.
I seen that when you walked in too. I felt that.
That was she said.
For real.
Everybody's favorite cousin. Oh, that's my cousin, y'all.
Mm-hmm. So
first cousin, second cousin, third.
Oh, you my
first cousin. Goddamn. Hey, you.
Yes,
So
sir.
so how did music inspire you, man? And how did you get into music? Matter of fact, how did you get into music? Let me get that. Start there.
Man, people just kept telling me, because my Aunt Nedra,
okay,
she started having us rapping on the porch and shit like that.
Yeah.
And when it was time for me to rap, I was so animated.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? My dad is, why you so damn melodramatic?
Yeah.
And I never knew what the hell melodramatic meant. Like, whatever he said, he keeps saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, the hell it mean? I didn't know, but I heard dramatic.
Yeah, right.
And I heard mellow. So I guess I was cool and dramatic at the same time. I don't know, you know what I mean? And so when it was time for me to rap, I always put more into it than my cousins.
Right.
So then people like, you need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, so I just started. I started with a group. Man, rest in peace to my dog Dinky, man. I just buried him a few months ago.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. Dinky and his brothers, man. and we were dinking 5 in the Starlight Posse. Yeah. And so we went from that to with my partner John Boy, him and all his brothers.
Yeah.
Kevin, Boot, Noonie, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? They just moved across the street from me. It was just like, damn, who these little niggas is? It was just like a whole escort, a little Ford escort, station wagon full of baby YNs. I'm talking about, they jumped out, as soon as they jumped out the porch, they were just in the neighborhood first. They're like, who the fuck is them? And they came to my house. Like, I'm sitting on the porch. They just walking up the street, like, in the neighborhood. Like, we finna go find people. They're from Florida, and I started rapping with them, man. We were envy, non-violators. That's just how, it just kept going.
So who inspired you?
Shit. Some of everybody, man. I ain't gonna lie. Shit. Ice-T, Dougie Fresh, Dana Dane, Slick Rick, Run DMC, LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Then as I started getting older, it really turned into understanding like Atlanta had this sound just kind of came out the blue in 1992, and I just remember everybody kept saying, who? I was like, who? We be saying that hood, but why everybody keep saying it? It's a song.
Right.
When I heard Outkast, I think that's when I already had a true love for music.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard Outkast, it was like a blueprint. And like it showed me I could be, like they showed the world, just organized noise.
Right.
Showed the world that as young black men, we could still be who we are respectfully, but you know what I'm saying? We don't got to be coons. We ain't got to be just niggas, you know what I'm saying? Even though they pointed out what made us niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Respectfully. So once organized noise hit like that, that's when I really was like, I could do this shit because I understand where they're coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though when I started rapping, I wasn't doing none of that shit they do. I was just some regular hood shit, even though I love how left field their music was. I just felt like I was trying that for so long. People like, boy, you sound like Andre 3000.
Yeah.
I remember calling So Def, talking to Lil Jon, rapping for Lil Jon. He told me about 3 times, yup, why this the one sound like Andre again? Call me back when you sound like somebody else. I'm like, damn.
So you tried to emulate, I can't see that.
You ain't got to.
So you tried to be lyrical?
Yeah, what you mean?
I want to hear that, dog. You got some music? You got some? Nah, he said, I ain't got it.
That shit old. I mean, but I really was on that. I was but, that's because it wasn't hard to sound like them. Because it's just like, where you from?
Yeah.
If that's really, like, if somebody pop who really sound like what y'all sound like, it ain't gonna be hard to sound like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to sound like it, but I'm inspired by it, and we talk alike. So,
yeah.
You know, naturally it's gonna start like, you gotta find your own identity.
Right.
And I went through so many phases of trying to find who I was gonna present to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when it came, it came. Pause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got one more, and I'm gonna give it to my host here. So, tell us about the moment when It's Going Down first dropped, and did you know it was going to be a hit, and did you know that song was going to change your life?
That shit's so weird because before I had This Going Down, I had a song called Heart Attack, 1,000 Ones, and now another. And even though them songs didn't pop, whenever I had gotten to a point where me and Chino and everybody else who was moving with me,
right,
I was doing all the open mics, and I was just winning all the open mics.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have This Going Down yet. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm winning already with these 3 songs, and I'm like, shit, which one gonna be the one to take me through there? You know what I'm saying? Take me up through there for real. So it was like, well, shit, I don't know. So I'm doing them. But once we recorded It's Going Down, it was just like it was just interesting seeing Nitty and Chino call people to the studio, or niggas just randomly coming to the studio. But I could tell this shit wasn't random because niggas was coming in and out like.
Right.
Yeah, it's like niggas like, hey, boy, y'all pull up, boy, you gotta hear this shit. We here. It's like him knowing, like on the outside looking in, even though he made the beat, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and even help with the concept of the record, you know, him and Chino and him sitting back. It's not him rapping, it's me rapping, and he sitting back like, oh shit, I know what this is. And Chino like, shit, I know what this is. I'm just like,
yeah.
But this feel like how the other songs feel to me because it's moving. These other songs had me moving too. You know what I'm saying? So it was just interesting once people was coming in, the reaction would be like, I'm sitting right there like, boy, who is that? And niggas like, cause I've been around, but niggas wouldn't know I really was rapping like that. You know, so I was more having Miss B and shit. So when I kept seeing that reaction from people, I knew then that I had something. You know what I mean? I didn't know how big it was gonna be. I didn't know that shit really was like finna happen. Cause I just seen it so many times. I've been around so many cats who get a record and they start buds with like, "But you out of here." Man, that baby dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It happens. It happens. You done seen where you hear a song, you be hearing a song, you like, I like that little song, I keep hearing it.
Right.
And then it don't really, you know what I'm
Don't
saying?
really hit. Yeah.
Like it's supposed to.
So I just didn't know.
But you can play that in 2025 today, and everybody gonna hit that.
Everybody.
Whatever city, whatever state you're in, it's going down. And we know
you got grandmas out here hitting it. Everybody.
Yeah, that shit was like, it was just like, I don't know. That shit was just like, damn. Like I'm sitting here looking at people because imagine today, you, right? What's your name again? Coco. Just imagine you Coco. You cool. You know people, right?
Yeah.
Are you popular? Are you a popular person? Would you say?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
God loves me.
Okay. I like that response. So let's say suddenly people that you know that you done grew up with, they seeing you and they're like,
That different reaction. Yeah. That's that pretty girl reaction though too. You know?
yeah, they do that too, but this ain't got shit to do with how you look. It's like, it's more like, bitch, you done went up through there. You, cause niggas didn't know I was even rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just out the blue to niggas to some people. So
you wasn't doing it in school and shit.
It was different though. Cause see, when I was at Bountica rapping, my nigga T-Rock was there. It was different niggas that came through Bountica, Luda, you know what I'm saying? It was just, so it was like, it was already kind of synergy there. And I wasn't really tapped in with them niggas. T-Rock was my nigga. He was with Hypnotized Mind, T-Rock. So people like, damn, that T-Rock, he got the Hypnotized Mind chain on in school and that nigga could fucking rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We like, this nigga can rap. But we in school, this nigga's with Hypnotized Minds. You know, Courtney Seals coming to the school because he got family that, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my dog, man. Anyway. So I wanted to rap, but I just was like, man, I ain't gonna rap. These niggas rapping. I ain't gonna even rap for these niggas till I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
You underestimated yourself.
Nah. See, here's the difference.
What?
You know, sometimes when you know that you have special powers, you know when it's time to reveal that shit.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like it's just like having a secret that you know rock this motherfucking boat. And you could just boom a nigga ass right. But you just hold on to it for the right moment. And sometimes people around like, this is the right moment. You like, and when it happens, people be looking at you like, they ask you, is this the right moment? You're like, boom, and it shit work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you gotta have that intuition. You got it.
Yeah.
So what you got to say?
So I was gonna ask you. So you were signed to Bad Boy South and work with Diddy. So during that era, 2000 era, that was the era that everybody talked about. You know, what is something that you learned, like a lesson you learned from Diddy?
I learned a lot of lessons from Diddy.
One that just sticks out for me, a good lesson in that era, 2000.
One thing I noticed is that do not be afraid to listen. I think that was because there was a lot of time. I hear a lot of people have horror stories, right? These people have these horror stories about Diddy. Well, I didn't have these horror stories. You know what I'm saying? At the time, in the specific time that we had business dealings and interactions, it was a lot of times he saw things this way and I saw things this way. And it never came to a conflict. Okay. We always found a resolve and a quite easy resolve at times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I ain't never, I'm not saying that man ain't who people have said he is. I didn't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, shit was just like, I learned to listen. Cause I remember one time he called me like, yeah. I walked in the studio block like, yeah, man. Puff said we ain't putting Knock It Out on the album. I said, shit, who not? And the way I responded, the block was like, how you feel about the record, or you finna tell me how you finna talk to Puff?
Right.
You know, cause I was like, shit, who the fuck not? Yeah. He was like, well, you can call him. I said, well, nigga, put the nigga on the phone. Got him on the phone. He like, yeah. So look, Playboy, like, like I heard you. I like that record. It's moving and shit. But like, you like a South, like you like a charming kind of cat. Like you like the South Mason shit. You player. You talk about knock the pussy out. Like we gentlemen. He was like, we gentlemen over here, bad boys. Like you so clean. You got charisma. Okay. I was like, yeah, I know it. I'm gonna just send you some of this footage from these shows when I do that shit a cappella. I know what you're talking about, and I love what you're talking about, but I want you to see the women reaction because I wasn't doing the song. I would just do it a cappella. First thing first, I like all kind of. See what I'm saying? and women would start hearing what I'm saying, and it was like I would do a cappella like a poem. So they would respond to it differently than me just rapping. You know what I'm saying? And so for me to have all those different, clips, when I sent that shit to him, he hit me back. He's like, shit, Playboy, that sounds like you know what you're talking about. It's going on the album. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Now just imagine, had he not allowed me to put that on the album, that's a record that I probably would have missed. I mean, I might have still put it out and came back, and it could have came back and been a smash for my second album. I don't know. Right. You know what I'm saying? But in that moment, to be able to just make a phone call and somebody understand where you're coming from, there it was, you know what I'm saying? But that shit also caused issues too, because it was a time that he didn't approve something, and it caused a real big blowout for me and Carl Mo. Okay. And Carl Mo is actually the cat who made the introduction to me and Block.
Right.
So naturally, and here's the interesting thing about it, I kept asking Carl Mo to give me beats.
Right.
And he was just like, no, you don't need these beats.
Bro. Right.
Shit you got, you already ready. I'm gonna get you connected.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, but give me some beats to
rap.
Right. You got legendary shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. And he just went up and gave me the beats to rap on. So then finally he connected me with Block. And then once me and Chino, kind of, got in the loop with Block. Then we went in the studio with Carl. You know what I'm saying? But then when we were in the studio, he was like, these the 3 beats you gonna rap on. That's it.
Dang.
So I was like, all right. Shit, the Carl Mo, you know what I'm saying? I tried to rap on him, but as a creative, I felt like he should have understood that too. Like, if I'm getting to it, if I keep getting a writer's block, or I keep getting to a point where I'm like, let's just keep vibing until it come natural, because right now I'm forcing it.
Right.
And he'd be like, nah, we're gonna buy a sound smoke. So we did that shit for about 2 weeks and only had 3 songs.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a lot of time and effort to only have 3 songs.
Yeah, right.
And so when they presented those songs, Puff then selecting on the songs and Block then selecting on the songs. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, it was just like, boom, Carl Mo to make that album. I'm like, whoa, no, nigga, you gotta make sure Carl Mo make this album. That's the nigga who introduced me to you, nigga.
Right.
Well, shit, hey, Playboy, nigga gotta eat what you kill. I'm like, well, you gotta take care of the man or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But once he found out that he didn't make the album, it blew up. And niggas in the street were like, nah, they fucked up. And I'm like, bro, shit, I'm trying to fuck with the nigga going crazy on me. I didn't pick the album, you know what I'm saying? I picked songs that I liked. His song, I made sure his song was the first song, all 3 of his songs. Cause I'm trying to make sure this nigga eat off of this play he put together.
Right.
And that just show you how fast the industry could go now. And I know I went off on a tangent.
Right.
I never spoke of this story, and I just felt like sometimes, like I told you, certain things are meant for certain spaces, certain places. You know what I'm saying? And it was just on my heart to say that because we're talking about it. Because I'm talking about how on one end, Diddy approved of something and it worked out, but then on another he didn't, and it caused a real rift for me with somebody who, goddamn, you wouldn't have got to me if it wasn't for this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And blocked and fight for it, and it put me in a situation where I fell out with a nigga who I felt like I would have gave him anything, but before I could even be like, bro, he got the word. I ain't make that nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I got me. I'm like, no. So that's just a story. That's an untold story that sometimes I just have a gem here and there, you know. So you just you gotta understand that sometimes, man, shit can play out and it looks one way to the world, but here's the reality of how we got here. You know?
Right.
Well, that leads to my next question, though. So, looking back, like, is there anything that you wish that you would have done differently during your Bad Boy South run?
Yeah. I wish I would have bucked more. Bucked.
Oh,
Turned up. Yeah, spoke up a little more. Yeah.
More. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only because at the moment, you know, one of the things that was helping me with my magic, that it factor that I had, that I brought to the table, was my bro Chino.
Yeah.
And so, off real, you know, I didn't have that element, that liaison, you know what I'm saying, that buffer, because he had to go sit down and do Fed time. So that changed the dynamics of this whole setup that I was in. Here I am, like it's like me and my bro, we working, we grinding for these last couple of years, and then we get right here to the table. All right, big dog, then we doing, then boom, he gone. I'm like, then when I turn around, these niggas like, so this what we finna do. I'm like, nah, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Not having that buffer there, not having my other half in my business strategy and structure, you know what I'm saying? So I wish I would have bucked more in the sense of certain things I might not want to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I didn't want to do coffee shop. Right. No, I didn't want to do coffee shop.
I like coffee
because
shop too.
No, but I did too. But here's the thing:
okay.
it was fun. It was a cool, catchy idea, right? Dream wrote that hook.
Oh wow!
So
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I'm dropping shit you never heard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
shout out to Dream though. What up, though? You know what I
Dream
mean?
write the hook. They bring it to me. I'm like, oh, it's catchy. But I'm like, shit. I don't know if I can really say that. Like the coffee shop shit. I mean, it's cool. I do it.
Right.
But when we did it, the homie who brought the record to me, Meat got a copy once it got kind of cleaned up.
Yeah.
And they took him, he wouldn't leak that shit. Took 95.5 the beat.
Okay.
So him leaking it to 95.5 the beat, that's like the white station.
Okay. Right.
So you playing in the game where 107.9, that's the station here in Atlanta. That was leading for hip hop. V was the big station, but that's adult contemporary R&B and hip hop.
Right.
Hot was goddamn hip hop, so they leading the whole shit.
Right.
Atlanta on fire.
Right.
So when 95.5 the beat, Kegel got the record. He was like, "I'm gonna show you who runs Atlanta." So he hit that shit, and because he's a top 100 station.
Right.
All his stations follow, right?
Right.
Now I had Jerry Smoking B. Who happens to be a friend of mine now, which is crazy. Had he not had the ego on at that moment, he would have fucked with the record. Right. He was like, nah, I'm gonna hold my nuts on it. Y'all need to bring to me first. I'm like, nigga, we ain't even leaked the record. This nigga, somebody else did. He's like, I don't give a fuck. So him not supporting the record and the rest of the world, the across the country. We start shit here in Atlanta.
Yeah, right.
So if they not playing in Atlanta, when we see it over there on the pop stage, but the hood ain't fucking with it.
Right.
Jay like, we not fucking with it. So they would never play the record.
Damn.
So you know what I'm saying? So at that moment I was like, shit, I was like, man, pull this motherfucker, don't fuck with it.
Right.
Let that shit die.
Okay.
Because the relationship, we don't want this relationship here hot to falter because we need them niggas. Them niggas is a springboard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, so I wish I would have, bucked a little more on that.
A little more on that. So speaking of Diddy, how do you feel? Because I have my own ways on how I feel about the 50 Cent and Diddy thing when he came out with the documentary. How do you feel about 50 Cent coming out with this documentary about Diddy?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, how you feel about it? Because I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it after we get through talking. You know
I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it.
All right.
I don't feel no way about it, and the reason I say that because there's no surprises with 50 Cent, and I think he's made that clear. Ain't no surprises with Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you know a nigga come in here and slap somebody in the room, nobody's gonna be surprised if somebody in the room gets slapped.
Yeah.
But if you cool or not, you know what I'm saying? When Debo walked up, niggas was like, yo. Because you already know what comes with Debo. You know the cloud that follows Debo.
All right.
So when I see 50 do that, I'm not like, damn, 50, how could you do something like that? Because I see who 50 is. And I just have to respect people for who they are. And that's just what it is.
Certain people don't see that, though, because I see it as this, bro. Whatever Diddy did, he might be a monster. He might be all of this shit. But for a man to come out and be like, Big Meech is a snitch and this person is a snitch, and then come out and put out a documentary that's fucking damn near dry snitching, you feel me? And he's in the documentary, he's claiming that Diddy took this person in the bathroom, heard some gunshots, the person bleeding, Diddy walk out, you feel me? And then he says some other shit that can incriminate Diddy. So for a man that's get rich or die trying, I respected that craft and what he stood on. But for you to do that, to me, bro, that's low, and that's a form of snitching, dog. Because you could put dog in jail. They could go back on shit and be like, boom, I'm putting dog in jail for life and shit. So if dude go to jail for life, that's on 50. You feel me? So it's like, that's how I feel. You feel me? But for a man to claim that this man then was a third party cooperator and went out on a whole tangent, but then do some dry snitching, that's weird, dog. That is fucking weird, man. You feel me? Who would want to work with 50 after that? Because everybody he works with, it seems like, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying?
24 years on you, but he working with 50.
50 recorded Young Buck crying and shit and put it out. You feel me? He do a lot of fair shit, bro. And I respected 50 craft when he first came out, bro. And it's like, now that I look at it, it's like, damn, bro. Like, I don't know, bro.
I think like,
do I got some point in what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. No, you got a lot of points. I'm just saying, because I don't really care about. I care about what come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But it's a part of me that don't care too.
Yeah.
What that means is, like, if I say it, I can stand on it. Listen, man. When a person shows you what loyalty is to them, and what it's not to them, you gotta respect that.
Right.
You gotta understand how a nigga gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here to know a killer or somebody who could possibly kill somebody.
Right.
If you're a nigga in the streets and you got a partner that killed, that you know this nigga, you know what he on.
Yeah.
You got a partner that robbed, you know what he on. And you got a partner that scheme, you know what he on.
Yeah.
At any time, you know what these niggas can be on.
Right.
So when you know that,
you
can't never think that you won't be the next victim.
Yeah.
Especially when you're right next to a nigga. So at all times, you got to almost think 3 steps ahead of them niggas, because you already know, because loyalty is not done. Certain steps, it don't matter to them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, man, I can't go. It's like, shit. On one end, I'm like, shit, I'm finna go in there. Bareface? Hell yeah, nigga, let go. And you like, bro, I can't go in there without no mask. See, it's a step that I don't even give a fuck about.
Right.
Right. I don't even fuck what you talking about.
Right,
going in there without a mask.
Right.
Fuck a mask. You like, oh shit, you can't even move. And see, that's how it works.
Okay.
There's certain steps that you got to stand on, because you just like, I can't. But it's a nigga next to you. He don't give a fuck about them steps.
Right.
That's 50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's your 50. That's the nigga you like, yo. I don't want to say this, because if I say this shit to these niggas over here, this shit might start a shootout.
Yeah,
50 don't give a fuck.
Right. He sure fucking don't.
He gonna say, if it start a shootout, nigga start a shootout. I'm gonna say it. And it puts you like, yo,
Right.
but it creates a fear.
Yeah.
I've been in the presence of 50 that nigga that walked in the room and I seen niggas be like,
Wow.
You answered my question, but you didn't answer it.
Nah, I'm just saying. I mean, it ain't even just fear. It's like, nigga, that 50 Cent. You like, damn, that nigga big fucking real.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying?
I done met 52 though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. But you didn't answer my question though. Like, do you think it's fucked up, or do you think it's a form of dry snitching?
Man,
I don't know if he wants to answer it though.
Nah, I think what it is here's the thing. When you sign up for certain shit, it's almost come with the territory. He's vested in media at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
So he's a media guy now.
So if that's the case, then every news reporter you gotta say like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Every nigga you listen to on the radio is snitch because shit, I'll be hating to have to talk about certain shit, especially with somebody I fuck with.
Right.
But if it sounds like it's incriminating shit, I can't be biased because I have a particular liking for your likeness. I still have to report. You can't hit my phone like, bro, don't talk about that shit now.
Yeah.
I might be like, look, I'm gonna make sure I just let it be known this shit is alleged. These are allegations.
Yeah.
Innocent to proven guilty, but my job is to talk about
that shit.
If 50 in media, and he like, shit, I ain't putting up my shows. I ain't on right now. Ain't no goddamn. His shows ain't on right now, but he got the opportunity. He got this big ass film studio out here. He done built his shit.
Yeah, he said, I'm about to put this shit out here, goddamn.
He not gonna figure out how to fuel his factory.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing you gotta understand. It's just like me being on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
I know if I do anything, any fuck shit, the smallest shit, I got to know, they pay me great. And they've been paying me for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? I've been on TV longer than some of my favorite actors that were on my favorite sitcoms.
Hard. You feel me?
No, just think about some of your favorite shows. The shit was around 5, 6 seasons. Nigga, we on 13, 14 seasons. Like when you start thinking about it, it's like, give me another show.
Bring Stevie J back.
Give me another show we grew up with. Just give me a show that we grew up, you grew up, anybody that we grew up with that stayed on for that many seasons.
Right.
Yeah. So respectfully,
right.
I appreciate the amount of income they've helped me generate. The viability they've helped me generate. Helping my relevance remain, viable as well. Yeah. But at the same time, I know what their business is. So if I'm over here fucking off with Coco, and I'm over here trying to play the field with Coco, I got to know these folks ain't my friend. They're gonna exploit the fuck out of me, and they gonna make me. I got to stand on it. That's a 50. Okay. Anything going on next to him, hey shit, nigga, you did it. You gotta stand on it, and he gonna put it out there. So that's what you're dealing with when it comes to a situation like that, because there's a lot of ways you can look at it. If he don't do it, somebody else is gonna do it. Hell, everybody else already did shit.
Right.
But the thing he got the upper hand was he got the goddamn footage. You know what I'm saying? So him having that footage gives him a different I ain't like, oh shit.
That nigga got that footage, yeah.
Like that nigga 50. 50 was you in that film with the nigga? Because it's like, why did Puff even film this shit? But the thing is, Puff was hoping to walk away. And to have his own documentary.
Yeah.
Series.
That nigga 50 got in that bitch and like, nigga, shit. That shit. Well, I know you want a time crunch, and I'm gonna let one of my hold on. I know you want a time crunch. I'm gonna let my one of my hosts talk, and then I'm gonna bring a couple in, and they got a couple questions they want to ask you, and we're gonna go from there.
One more question really quick though. So Diddy was in the room right now. He came in this room. What would you say to him?
I don't know. I'd be like, damn, how you get out? That would be the first. Like, damn, you home, But I would, honestly, I would be speechless.
Yeah.
Because, I've gone through some trials and tribulations in my life. And some just as scary. I was facing life for something, and so that moment of that uncertainty of not knowing if you're gonna ever be free again, that's a real feeling. Yeah. And so I could just imagine what people will be willing to pay him to just get the inside right now when he come home. Yeah. So I wouldn't be rushing to have no conversation with a man who's going through that type of turmoil. I would just let him fucking be. And when he decide to talk, that shit gonna come. I ain't gotta ask a question. Because he would want to talk.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So I wouldn't say shit to him.
What you got to say, Keith?
So speaking of like, you know, being having to like watch what you say as, you know, your stature, and you're on a radio show now, how do you like balance being unfiltered and entertainment with like the whole cancel culture thing in the age of social media?
Hey man, here's the real truth behind that. That is the most difficult part of my job.
Yeah.
Other than being present. That's the most difficult part of my job because, as I say, you got to keep them. Forget anybody else. What happened when shit about me hit the fan?
Right.
So when I'm on my show, am I supposed to act like this ain't the biggest shit going on right now?
Right.
You're not involved in the biggest scandal
Right.
So then now somebody got to interview me, and I'm in my own hot seat on my own show. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I will definitely say it gets interesting because I do stand on that, like what I just said.
Right.
It's a lot easier for other people to understand, like, well, shit, bro put himself in the fire. So I can't even be mad if he mentioned me because I'm not a drag. I'm not a shock jock.
Okay.
You know, I don't aim to be Charlamagne.
Yeah, right. I wasn't gonna say nothing about him, but we know.
I mean, Charlamagne, cool. You know what I'm saying? But the funny thing is, the first time I ever interviewed with Charlamagne, and Wendy Williams, bro, was like, you know, I came and he was like,
Yeah.
Or two. She was like, Charlamagne, you got no question? Like, nah, you ain't got but one song.
Right. Okay.
And I was looking at something, I was like, and I didn't get upset. I was just like, ooh, this is the part of your magic. So I was more intrigued by him and Wendy, and then Wendy was like, and we'll be back, and we got more questions for Young JOC. That's right. So y'all stick around, And he was like, why?
Wow.
He's like, we asked him enough questions.
Crazy.
Wow.
And she was like, Charlamagne, be good, be nice. I like him. He's a good guy. I could tell he was on time. He's memorable. He didn't even upset with you talking shit to him. And Charlamagne was like, I can see that. And so after that, we've been cool ever since.
Shout out to Charlamagne, man. Yeah. Well, shot. I got one more, and then I'm gonna bring this couple in. They're going. I know you're married. They're going through some relationship shit. They want to ask you a couple questions. We can get the fuck about this motherfucker.
I'm the love.joc.
You feel me? So, but okay. So I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
Born and raised in that motherfucker. You feel me? And I respect you as an artist and as a person that I see on social media. I respect you as a person that way. You know what I mean? So I want to ask you, how do you feel when, you know what I mean, somebody like Lil Baby let 42 Doug from my city jump on a track and dish you and say, before I go broke like JOC? Because in Detroit, I feel like we ain't letting nobody come in our city and say no shit like that on none of our track. Ain't nobody gonna come on Icewear Vezo's song and be like, boom, 42 Doug broke. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna let that shit happen. So how do you? And to me, Atlanta is a city that people come together. You feel me?
Yeah.
So how do you feel when Lil Baby said that? And did you take some kind of offense to that?
Here's the truth. Honest to God truth.
Yeah.
I realized that Lil Baby's an artist.
Yeah.
Lil Baby don't owe me shit. Even though we from Atlanta, you know, I stand on that type of loyalty.
Yeah.
Where you from, you might stand on that type of loyalty.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Lil Baby might just be from a different generation of Atlanta niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he might have been raised by OGs, but he let that happen. You know what I'm saying? So when he allowed that to happen, he looked at for what it was.
Right.
It was a good line.
Right.
It joked to his record.
Yeah.
On to the next play. He don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
He don't owe me shit. Like he ain't like he gotta go answer to a committee. Like, you can't diss our own nigga. Like, hey man, fuck that shit. That shit work. Niggas
right.
Listen. I go work like that. You know
Yeah.
So my level of maturity is way past that shit.
Yeah.
When you talking about a Lil Baby, you talking about a young, iconic nigga who came out of the goddamn out the trenches and goddamn really made some shit happen.
Right.
And what comes with that is so many followers. What comes with that is loyal strangers.
Yeah.
People that don't know this nigga, he don't know them. They'll never meet him sometimes, and the reality of it. But they'll do anything for a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm grown as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ain't got time to be beef with no nigga because he let a nigga say something on his song.
Yeah.
Because I done did it myself too in situations that caused issues for me.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I ain't give a fuck. I like, nigga, it's a bar. So I took it for what it was. And, you know, I even got a plaque from Lil Baby.
Yeah. How'd you get the plaque?
Shit, Kadife brought it. Shit, they brought it to the station.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So imagine the irony of that. You know
Yeah.
Before I go broke like job, but that plaque in my multi-million-dollar career, I'm just like,
that's hard.
So for me, I'm standing there looking at that plaque where somebody like, man, you got that shit in your house? And I'm just like, yeah, it's a different, the way the story will mature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, this aged really differently.
You got one more before we bring this couple in?
Quickly, I can just ask you, what's your favorite song that you've made thus far?
Ooh.
Too many to choose?
Say my favorite.
Because my favorite is what you already said.
Yeah.
Knock it out. What? No,
No, not going down.
I'm gonna say first thing first. Knock it out.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I do like Knock It Out because I had fun making it, right? But I think I Know You See It.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's my favorite record by me.
Yeah.
But when I went in the studio to go in with my partner Coach Cheese and just be like, Coach Cheese, I don't know how to operate none of this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say the sounds and you do it.
All right.
I got you. I said I'm gonna say the sounds and you do it. Me da na 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 da na na. And for him to play it, program it, and we get a hit out of it.
Okay.
That was one of the best experiences for me as being a songwriter.
Okay, yes. I love it.
Boom.